Oi, 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 oi. Well, folks, we are here again. We are in Bahrain for Wheel to Wheel Week 15. Bahrain Grand Prix. We are just waiting on the lads to go live and ready to play. We don't have any feed yet from the guys or invitation. We have an invitation to the chat for later, but we don't have anything as yet for the game. What I am going to do is I am going to turn off this light up here because there's something not quite right with the feed. It looks a bit wobbly. I don't know. See how this looks. That looks fine. And we're back here. I don't like that. It's a bit wavy. Anybody else see that? Anyway, welcome in. We are back for Wheel to Wheel Racing. We have got our usual, as I should say at this stage, weekly bingo. We'll run through that while we're waiting for some indication or instruction to go, or that we're going to go live. And that's not what I need. That's not the notification I needed. So in the first of 9 squares in 1, Bahrain. There is no moisture in the desert over the racing weekend. Probably we don't be crossing that one off. There's been a lot of weeks where we haven't crossed a lot off, but I'd say that's a fair certain one. I don't think I've ever been in a rain race in Bahrain. Maybe not. Number 2, Haston La Vista Baby. Budget Mayo extended lead at the top of the top, pretty much wrapping up the constructors after this race. Another high probability square. Number 3, the triple. Major Jam is the only driver to win from pole in season 3. He does it again, and he does it for the 3rd time this season. The only person to do it, and he may actually do it 3 times. Not too bad. Not too bad a projector or a possibility considering his recent form. 666. Budge is on a streak of finishing 6th in the last 3 races. He continues this streak by finishing 6th or worse this week. 6th seems to be where Budge has happened to be. He hasn't had the time to he hasn't exactly had the time to practice as much as he used to, and he certainly is finding the stress of maintaining a lead at the top of the table a little harder than it has been in previous years. This time he's racing with another 16 drivers, so he got rid of the AI, but he has a lot of hot competition that have replaced him. Number 5, Square 5, why not Rock Sakir? Why not and Shamrock both DNF last week? In Bahrain, they both finished the top 5 with 1 on the podium. 2 very fast drivers. Why not have always maintained. What's up, Wilfred? How art thou? We will get around to the questions in just a little bit. Wilfred Boney has been kind enough this week to fill out the questions that we go through while we prior to race during the qualification setup. We are very interested to hear his answer, or to deliver his answers. He will be joined also with by Why Not See and of course Shamrock. And just to have it all out there, you're as a commentator, you're supposed to be neutral, but I'm sorry, bullshit. Nobody's ever so neutral in a race or hasn't any investment in it. I have a max bet this week on Why Not See to take the win. I stand to earn a fortune out of this because I fully believe at 3-1 that is great odds, and he is worth every cent of that bet. So we will hear from those guys later. So why not Rob Shakir? Why not and Shamrock both DNF last week in Bahrain? They both finished top 5, one on the podium. That one I'm classifying or calling out will be YLC, and he'll be on the top step at that too. So number 6, so clean. 5 or less drivers have penalties at the end of the race. This is a difficult one, and there's other difficult ones to come. 5 or less drivers with penalties at the race. It's all very well to be fairly clean going through the race and be clean halfway through. We normally only get about maybe 1, maybe 2 people in the first half of the race having penalties. But unfortunately, with constant going out of, going wide or, going out of bounds or beyond the white line, you find that you get the 3 chances, obviously. The first and the second are dismissed, but the third time of doing it, you obviously get the 3-second penalty. Amongst all of the other type of penalties you could accumulate during a race. And unfortunately, they're the ones that are most frequently occurring at the end of a race because they may have been forced or gone wide earlier on in the race, and they just have that third one late on. And as we saw in USA, it was detrimental to Supreme Bio, who was leading the race by 3.6 seconds with a 3-second penalty, on the final sector of the final lap, ran wide and picked up a second 3-second penalty and finished second to Major Jam as a result. Absolute heartbreak. Couple of turns left, and he absolutely... he was a lot better than previous weeks with penalties, but that was the penalty that probably hurt the most all season for Supreme Bio. He still had a great second place, but was on for the win. No doubt about it, but for that penalty. Anyway, I'm just going to join the actual game here. We're going to join that. Excellent, there we go. So I'm joining the game, and we are just about ready to go. So, when I say 5 or less drivers with penalties at the end of the race, we normally have a little bit more than that by the time the race is over. Number 7, square number 7, is a nothing. Is a Hero has DNF'd in all of his wheel-to-wheel races thus far. He breaks this streak and scores points to boot. So we've predicted here that he's not only going to stop the streak of DNFing literally every race he's raced for in the wheel-to-wheel setup. We're predicting he scores points tonight to break that trend, because Is a Hero is an incredibly fast driver, but he just hasn't come in across the finish line like a lot of his other counterparts. Square number 8. I came here for carnage and I got this. We all know one of the major reasons, obviously, we watch wheel-to-wheel or we're involved with wheel-to-wheel is because it's highly entertaining. And it tends to be highly entertaining with the likes of Budge, Chameleon, Vernon, all the original lads, and the other guys absolutely losing their shit because something has gone wrong during a race. I'm predicting, or well, no, I'm not predicting, but in this week's bingo in Square 8, we're saying all drivers finish the race. It doesn't make for a traditional wheel-to-wheel race. It's always highly entertaining, it's always highly competitive, but honestly, there are always 1 or 2 incidents where we lose a driver or two because it's just, they're so dedicated and so, hell-bent on doing it, and a lot of guys are testing the curve to get the absolute max out of it, and in so, have a moment, have a wobble. Number 9 in the final square in this week's F1 Week 15 Bingo, F1 Bingo, is Not So Magical Meeps. Meeps makes it to the weekend on time, live on YouTube. Folks, we have made it to the weekend on time. We are running, and I'm saying that, and I fucking swear, if this damn thing absolutely quits on me just as this race begins, I will just about lose it because I'm not in the mood for it this week. Last week was well enough. Bad enough for me. I am not doing it with 2 weeks running. I will do a comedian, and I will chuck something out the damn window if it happens. So that is this week's Wheels to Wheel Bingo in week 15. That is on my Facebook page if you want to get a look at it. You can put in your predictions there, and you will, write them in the comments on my Facebook page. It's facebook.com/meeps. You will be able to see the whole weekly bingo thing there. I'm going to put it up there every week from now on, in order to make sure that people, when they're watching, can actually have that going on and cross off the squares or see what ones we've crossed off every week. We are 6 seconds away from the start of this race, so we are jumping into live stream mode, and this is the start of week 15. And we are live, and we are crossing off square number 9. We've made it. I wasn't going to make that fucking mistake twice in a row, that's for sure. No room in the party for Mailman, no problem, lads. Bit of banter going on in the Discord. If you haven't done so, jump into the Discord, the Wheels to Wheel Discord. The link is going to be somewhere on my profile somewhere. I've posted it many times. You can get it on my TikTok, you can get it on the Wheels to Wheel TikTok, I'm pretty sure. Get in there and have chats with the guys in real time. Of the drivers. Max 16 in the group. Oh, I don't know. There must be 17 drivers today. I think there is. Everybody here. I'm not even in there. So yeah, we there's a new weird thing going on with the Facebook, but the PS4 chat. The chat that you set up, I think, have a max of 16. Unfortunately, we have 17 drivers, and unfortunately, Mailman this week is the one not in the main chat. Okay. We are here. It is week 15, and there is all the information on. We have it all. And it looks like some people are setting up with mediums already. We have Shamrock out like a bullet, first out the door. So we will follow with Shamrock there. This is an incredibly fast track, by the way. There's another few people there coming out. See in the background that looks like Bunsey, he's out there, and we also seen. I think we had Medium or one of the Ferraris back there. Anyway, Shamrock. Sorry, why not see? That's what it was. Anyway, here we go. And as I say, why not see is going to win this race. I've already predicted it. It's a sure thing. Max bet down, and a 3-1. I'm going to be rich. And if I win, it's likely I'll still be here next week because obviously I can't afford to retire. Not on that. Okay, we are following Shamrock around. Shamrock, one of the wheel drivers who answered questions for us this week. We will get into that shortly. He, oh my, is a hero. Oh my. That is square 7 in real danger. Because his hero has been disqualified from the session. I do know, I think there are people this week who have but being parked in a very strange thing that shouldn't be what's happening. There he's invalidated already, so we're going to jump off of Shamrock and wait. He is on those mediums, and we're on board with Why Not See here now, who we predicted to win this race clearly. It's going to happen. Absolutely going to happen. We have a number of guys on the lap. We will see where they are right now. Okay. That looks like the other AlphaTauri right behind. That is last week's winner, Major Jam. All on laps. All these guys in the middle on laps. Why Not See set? He loves a set of mediums. I think he's. But if you're looking for a different strategy, you should always be looking towards our friend of yours. Where is he? Kaiser Gunner. He's still in the pits. If he decides to sell that. Okay. His hero has been disqualified. I think Angry Comedian has got a quality ban, so he is back in the pits too. He has set his park firmly in motion by going out on track with a setup. And we are following Why Not See around on this lap. He's through sector 3. He's sitting at 1:16 at the moment. Wilfred Foley is first to set a lap at 1:29.4. Guys are going to be expecting to finish with at least 1 to 1.5 seconds faster than that. He's hit the very slow one from Why Not See, but he is of course on the mediums. Bunsey also on the mediums, setting at 1:30, the fastest the medium set so far. Major Jam out of the blocks with a 1:29.2. He and Why Not See have been absolutely killer. He didn't use any of his ERS all the way. Very firm with a 1:28.7. Very. Setting pace fast at the moment. Elite Carbon right behind them with a 1:28.9. So guys are already in the 1:28. We did say 1:28 or 1:29. Ironman now setting the fast lap. My God, that's incredible. Look at this go. Here's Why Not See down as he comes through sector 2. We will find out. He is going for it. Bit of an oddity here. I do see him using the DRS, but the ERS is stuck on 100%. Don't know where that is. Let's see where he is coming in sector 3. He didn't invalidate there. He is down by 1/10 of a second. That's not going to change this result all that much. Major Jam was on the second one. Oh no, he hasn't. Somebody moved up. Wilfred only moved up into 1:29.1. Okay. Who we got? Mailman is live and on his fast lap. We will be followed by Budget, I think, yeah. But right now it is Mailman in sector 2. Where will he come out? These guys on softs. We are expecting to get into the 1:27s by the end of this quali for sure. And we're looking at the likes of Major Jam and Why Not See, who have been absolutely crazy good in qualification for the last couple of weeks. Folks, if you're in there, give us a hell yeah or a hello or something. Tell us who's here, and we will because we would like to be interacting with you. And here we go, Mailman coming down the pit straight, and he is crossing the line, and he sets a 1:29.3, so he's up in the 6th with a set of softs. We already have some guys who are on mediums like Bunsey. And why not going back to the soft setup? Because they just don't think they've been passing on those mediums. There I said it, folks. If you're looking for a different setup, go with Kaiser Gunn, who is now on his first lap on the mediums. Wood just abandoned that lap. He did not like the way that was being set up, and it doesn't look like he wanted to set it on the softs either. Maybe he's thinking of going back and going medium again, or for his second stint. But he did not want to set that lap. Maybe he was getting used to the track. Mailman is going around. Welsh Wizard, where is Welsh Wizard? Welsh Wizard is in sector 2. We follow Welsh Wizard going around. Oh, that was not all of the track used there, that's for sure. So here we go. Welsh Wizard. He's using all of the ERS. He's using the ERS and he's using the DRS. He's going to. So I don't know what the story was with Why Not See. Maybe saving it. Oh, ran very wide there. He nearly went over there, over the wide line with all 4 tires, but just managed to save it. But he is committed. He is committed as he comes through down into the final corner, as he heads to the pit straight, and he is going down through the DRS zone, and he sets a 130 flat. Interesting. John, are you in? Is there somebody? Oh, we're expecting a guest, are we? So that was Welsh Wizard's fast lap. Looks like we have Shamrock, who is way up on his time, it would seem, through sector 1. Kaiser Gun is in sector 3. And he is coming down to pit straight. What will he set at 130.3? That puts him on the mediums in position 10. He likely won't stay there. I have to imagine that some of the guys are going to set fast time, but he will. Oh, he's used all his ERS, so he's not going to be doing it this time, but he will go around once again and get another shot at that. Anyway, who's on the lap? We know Shamrock is. I know he was way down previously. He comes through sector 2, he is plus 2 seconds, so he is certainly not going to have a better time this time. And we're plus 11 seconds. And once he into sector 1, he is down 2.7 tenths. So that's going to get him into the 129s, but it's only going to make him jump Welsh Wizard as it happens.
Anyway,
some information as we make our way around with Bunsey. Why Not See is on his. So I reckon Bunsey's going to jump Welsh Wizard if he maintains that. But he needs a hell of a lot more to catch the likes of Mayo in 7th. Kaiser will be going in. He is almost a full second. Why Not See is in sector 2. He is on a very hot lap. He is using his ERS this time for a change, so that's something. He is 2.1 seconds down on these salts, and he is loving it. Coming through sector 3, he is going to be way down. He's going to be in the 128s. He is going to be, whew, he's going to be, he nearly invalidated. But here we go, we're going across the line, and he goes top. I knew it was going to be close, but it's only 500ths ahead of Airman. But Why Not See back to the usual again. That is a stonking lap. We do expect to be a little bit better by the end of this. But wow, what a great lap. Is a Hero, as we said, is disqualified. Let's hope he doesn't DNF this race too. That'll be every race he's ever raced. 129, he didn't even jump Wilford in the end, did Bunsey, so making his way back, I'd say. Mormick's looking vastly improved since season 2, and he is in the fastest car on track, but it doesn't matter, you have to be able to control that speed. Let me see, where is he coming into sector 3 now? He's got the ERS on. Is he using some ERS? Is he down in his time? We will stick with him if he is. He looks like he's on a hot lap anyways. He's up 2 seconds, so we will join Mormick later on in this quali. Sector 3 for Supreme Bio. He doesn't look like he's going to be in the good time anyway. He's got 100% ERS. He's abandoning these tyres. Blue Gunner sector 3. He's coming down to the final corner at about 122. So he's coming around. He's a race to the line. What is the race to the line? He was about 123 when he got to the final corner, and he has set his first time of 131.2. Not as fast as we would have imagined for the likes of Blue Gunner. But again, he is in that pass. That pass is not good in a straight line. Budge is plus 500ths on his time as he comes out, and he is DNF, or he is, I beg your pardon, he has invalidated his lap. Is he going to win? Or is he going to go again? He is fond of doing 2 laps on a set of mediums when he's qualifying. And there we have it, folks. Business as usual. Major jam is now, and he's gone in. He's abandoned that lap too. He is not happy. Is that 129.8 enough to keep him in the top 10 with those mediums? He needs to be, I think he wants to be a little higher, and we don't want him finishing, we certainly don't want him finishing anything like what he had been on previous occasions. Wilfred Boney is down 3. Oh, he's after invalidating. Okay, Shamrock is down to about 300ths of a second as he comes through the final sector down to the final corner at 121. So he is going to come in around the 129s again, and he's abandoned it. He's abandoned it. He doesn't feel like he's going to make any improvement there. He's going to pit, get some fresh tyres, and get back out on the track for one final push. Mormick is working his way around. He probably does. Oh, he is on 3 lap old tyres, but he is down. He is down 1 point something seconds on those. He's heading at this rate. That can't be right. No, he's up 2 tenths. I would say he couldn't possibly be down 1.1 seconds. Anywho, that's not the case. Anyway, we have Wilfred, who is still on 129.1, hasn't improved there. Elite Cars is coming around now through sector 1. We will join him. We see the Mercedes, it looks like, of Vernie Verne behind him. We will jump on with Vernie Verne once this lap is done and dusted with. He kept out of the way of Elite Carbon, who is on the fast lap. He's after setting the fastest first sector. That could be interesting. He is only about 4 tenths off the lead on this. Will he be the man this week to break up the Alpha Tauris at the top of the table as it stands for qualification? Anyway, we will follow him around and we will get into these questions because we need to get through them fairly quick. Okay. We have Shamrock. And we asked Shamrock, it's been a mixed bag this season. Too many races with low or no points, but also accompanied by epic wins on the other end. How do you feel about your season so far? He said, yes, it's certainly been a mixed season. Obviously, I joined a little bit late into the earlier stage of the season, and it's for sure been a sense of up and down, missing out on chances for good points. But I bounced back big time in Singapore, Japan and Italy, where he had we have Elite Carbon, who has set fastest lap. He has knocked one of those alphas off the top off the front row, and it's going to take both of them to come around again and out qualify him in order to get ahead. Elite Carbon setting a stonking time of 128.4. I did expect at least one player or one driver to be within the 127s, and we haven't seen that as yet. We said we joined Vernie Verne. Here he is. This is the man. He's on the fast lap now. He has been lightning quick around this track. He must really like this track. This is one of his better performances so far in qualification, and he will be freaking raging if it doesn't turn into a top position, maybe road 2 for him. He is burning the DRS, it's all going well, and he is coming through sector 2 now. And is he better than he was previously? Was it an anomaly, or is this going to be a vast improvement? He is plus 3 tenths, so we may have to go again in order to improve on that time. Okay, folks, we will go around with Shamrock. He is down 600ths as he comes through sector 2. We will go on board with Budge because we fully expect Budge to be way higher than this. He is 6 tenths down according to that coming through sector 2 or sector 3 of Big Burn. He is hitting that corner at 121. That is a 129 time. It may be a low 129 time, but he is heading, and he hits a 129 flat. That is a great place to be. Oh, he's not on the mediums. I beg your pardon, that not Budge-esque, certainly not, because he is in the Aston with those. Bunsey improving slightly. Again, this is not a track that would suit the Astons very well. But we definitely own Supreme Bio instead of 128.5, only losing it to Elite Carbon. Now at this stage, neither. And Shamrock goes 128.4. Wow, only 600s between him and Elite Carbon. Elite Carbon setting great times right now. Bunsey, where is he at? He's going through sector 1. Is he going to go again? We will have to wait and see. We have times set for everybody in the bottom half, it looks like. Except maybe Blue Gunner. Blue Gunner may improve. He is down 4/10, but he's going to need to do a lot better than that in order even to catch Kaiser ahead of him. Anyway, we have them all passed. Mailman is on softs and he is nearly 2/10 down this time. We will see how that goes. Budge, he is 4/10 down in this sector. He is not having a good one. He's used all the ERS. He is not getting it. 121 again, he hits there. He's going to abandon that lap. I have to imagine he's going to abandon that lap. Yeah, there he goes. Anyway, Bahrain into the pit. Budge into the pit. Bunsey's still going. He's going to be going in because he's 17 seconds. We have Major Jam on a lap. Why not see back into the pit? So why not see not even going to be on the second row at this rate? He is on the third row and 5th. So that's the end of his quali. Major Jam is 4/10 down. Oh, but he runs wide. It isn't invalidated, but that has to have slowed down his time considerably. He is hitting this corner at 120, a lot quicker than previously. So has he maintained that speed through the final corner? He is, oh shit, he's coming down over there and he catches it. He gets it. He goes first. Pole. He gets pole. Is Bunsey going to catch him? No, I think that's Bunsey, we said, was down or up on his time, so he's not. How is Mailman doing? Mailman is abandoning his lap too, and that, folks, is qualification. Woo! Unreal. Mailman had invalidated. Anyway, Major Jam last across the line and first to start the race on pole yet again. Wow! Freaking awesome. Brilliant. A 128.1, nearly at the late 127s like we were thinking, but you have to remember, folks, this is also on realistic mode. This is not on equal cars, so those Haas's are every bit as bad as you would have imagined, because they are on the 2020. Simon Darcy, yeah, Woe is absolutely right. He steals it at the death. He goes from 4th to 1st and knocks Elite Carbon off, getting his first pole position this season. So let's run through the standings as we will be for this race. Major Jam in 1st, Elite Carbon in 2nd, Shamrock in 3rd, Supreme Bio in 4th. Why not see the guy who's going to win this race from 5th? Iron Man in 6th, vastly improved time from him. He must have been practicing. Vernie Vern in 7th, a good showing from Vernie Vern as well. In the 2nd fastest car on track, Mercedes. Bunsey in 8th, Budge in 9th, Wilfred in 10th, Mailman in 11th, Mormick in 12th, Wizard in 13th, Blue Gunner in 15th, and followed by who was it? Kaiser and Chameleon, and then Is a Hero. So, folks, there we have it. Chameleon, of course, and I think Is a Hero too, had a quali ban. Is a Hero wouldn't have mattered because he actually binned it on qualification, and if he does that again during the race, he will have DNF'd every single race, and I believe it will be the 5th DNF in a row racing in wheel to wheel. So, not a good start from him. Anyway, we will continue with what we were talking about here with regard to Shamrock. He said also, I feel the season has been good considering I'm one of the fastest drivers in the slowest car on the grid. I'm one of the slowest cars on the grid. He is in one of the Williams. So pulling off 2 race wins and 2 podiums with this Williams has been an incredible achievement for myself personally. Absolutely. And we did at one stage certainly myself, think that he was absolutely going to be challenging for one of the top spots in this season's rankings. I asked him, can you still win the Drivers' Championship in Season 3, considering how many points are being dropped by the top two in recent weeks? I said, to be honest, I was never aiming to fight for the championship this season, considering I'm missing 4 rounds in June because of a volunteering project. I'm simply here to put pressure on the top lads because it looks like not many drivers in this league are bringing that challenge. Hopefully, though, next season I can push for something big. This guy, those are fighting words. He's saying, I'm up there trying to do a job that nobody else is doing. Wow, what a statement. What a statement. And great confidence. I says, have you enjoyed the wheel-to-wheel experience thus far? And if so, what has been your favourite part of it? He said, I've enjoyed the league, yeah. I found it through TikToks. And I was very fond of Vernon Comedian from the videos. So I wanted to be involved based off that. I think the realistic mode cars offers great racing for some very skilled drivers. My favourite part has obviously been winning the races and having good performances. Obviously, the USA, I just got caught up in poor driving, which is a shame because I had a very good quali. Here. I said, and then we asked him also, who do you consider your closest rival and why? He says, my closest rivals are Mailman and Bunsey. Mailman because himself and I had a controversy back in a different driving or a different league called LOI in season 4, and we had good battles. I have had good battles with him from time to time. With Bunsey, it's like the Mick Schumacher and Seb kind of rivalry. We're great buddies, and we're both ideally slow cars, so it's always fun to take the opportunity to race him during the race because he's a very clean driver. I asked him also, did he have anything else to add to that? And he said, not really, I'm just hoping to enjoy the rest of the season, and we hope to see him do well, obviously. Next up we had, obviously, we mentioned it earlier, Wilfred Bonney. You currently lie in, we asked him, you currently lie 5th on 110 points after 14 races and only 1 point off 4th. Is this a good return so far this season, and where do you see yourself come season end? He said, I didn't expect to be this high up in the championship at all, so it is a brilliant return so far. Come the end of the season, I would love to finish 4th. I have a difficult opposition as in Bunsey, who is an excellent driver, so I have to do my best. Absolutely. You are not going to get anything for free in this league. That is for damn sure. Okay, so let's just get this entire enabled full track mode. So there we are, folks. We have 2 hard runners and 4 medium runners, and everybody else on soft. Obviously, everybody in the top 10 who qualified on soft are still soft. But the first of the medium runners is Mailman in 11th. Mormick has gone soft in 12th. Interesting for somebody outside the top 10. But we have Blue Gunner and Angry Chameleon going with the hard-ons. But anyway, Major Jam has made it a habit of leading us around on the opening lap. What do we call this lap? Jesus, mother fucking Christ. It's been a long day, folks. He is bringing us around, and we are now just about ready to go. Give us a better view than that, please, folks. And we have 5 lights. And we're away for week 15. And it's a great start by Elite Carbon. And he's going to run close down. He's going to run Ranger Jam close down the edge. But there's the Alpine of Supreme Bio. Oh, and we have fallers. Chameleon is going back down. He got some places early, but he lost them again. Oh my God, Budge has dropped 1 place. Mormick has shot up 3 positions. Let's see what the position change is. Let's see what they are. Excuse me. Oh, we have an Alpine. Oh, we have Carnage. We have a Sector 1 problem, folks. Who is that? That's Ironman gone. Mormick gone. Oh, what's happened, folks? There's an Alpine there as well. That must have been Bonnie. Oh my God, that is an incredible start. But we will rejoin the start of this race, or the front of this race, because look at this Major Jam and Elite Carbon straight out the back, hard batted, and there's a DRS chain all the way back to Budge, who has gained positions now after some people who have lost, it looks like, big time on those corners. Okay, so we have one person with detail penalties. We have one person with 3-second time penalty. That will be there at the end already. So corner pushing penalties already in this race. Let's see. We want to see stops. We want to see position change. Jam obviously with a fast slap. Angry Comedian is a hero with a great start from the back all the way up to up 6 positions, and also Welsh Wizard, obviously helped by the fact that Mormick, Ironman and some other lads have dropped back from positions. The same with the likes of Budge, who has jumped up 1, and Welsh Wizard all the way up to 7th, up 6 positions. One of the 3 biggest gainers in this early stages. But we will go back to the tyres and we will rejoin the start. Oh, Why Not See is gone. Oh, don't do it to me, Why Not? Do not do this to me, Why Not? What in the name of God? And he's well wide and gone, and he is missing a right end plate. He's still going to win. He's still going to win. Major Jam leading this race. He and Elite Carbon are pulling ahead of Shamrock, and Budge now up into 6th. He's after going up a couple of positions. He has overtaken Welsh Wizard. 6th, the position that Budge has finished in all of the 3 last races. We have Square 4 saying he will finish there or worse this week as well. So if he goes 6th again this week, he will be 6, 6, 6, 6. Elite Carbon now making some inroads into Major Jam's lead, because he is after getting fast laps so far. That will be incredibly different by the time this is all over again. We'll be having much faster laps than that. Elite Carbon and Major Jam with the DRS now open on the back of that Alfa Romeo. Interesting. Anyway, we will move on. We'll go for bonus questions while we're watching this and following it. We will see how this develops. Major Jam will be looking to get outside that 1 second mark, because honestly he doesn't want to be using up all of the DRS this early. But we will have, yeah, there it is, with the DRS wide open for Elite Carbon, and that's going to help him keep in touch with Major Jam regardless. And we have another person wide, going wide in sector 2, it looks like. Who is that? Is that Budge? Who knows? Vern quietly up to 5th in this race. Great performance from him so far, and he is looking to get a solid result in this week. We have Blue Gunner losing out to Kyle's going down, losing out to Blue Gunner again. Back and forward here a couple of times. It's been some interesting racing through the last few turns there in that sector. Okay. Anyway, we also asked Wilfred Boney, how did you find out about Wheel to Wheel and has it lived up to expectations? I found out about Wheel to Wheel with Vern, as I'm one of the original Verna Fossey. So as soon as he told us that there was an opening to join, I signed up straight away. Why Not See 3 second time penalty? Oh my mother of behind cook words and all of that. He's still going to win. I'm going to be earning a fortune this week from the max bet that I put on the week 15 winner of Why Not See. Anyway, we will rejoin the start or the top of this race. Shamrock now right on the back of Supreme Bio, who goes a bit loosey-goosey into that turn and through the DRS zone. And he is not in the DRS of Elite Carbon, so he is vulnerable every time Shamrock gets into those behind him. So if Shamrock gets a great exit on one of these DRS zone turns, and there's Supreme Bio gone! We saw it live, he's gone, and that promotes Budge and Vern and Bunty, and a bunch. Supreme Bio is round in that Alpine. He's lost it as he put the acceleration down, the pedal down to accelerate out, and he is round. We've also seen, and he's all the way back to 15th. Angry Comedian and Is a Hero up into the point top, starting from the back of the grid. So now, will Shamrock be able to catch up? Oh, and there's Vern. Look at this guy go! He's been in the DRS zone. He is obviously the much faster Mercedes. Interesting indeed. These guys will be battling to the end. Is Vern the one to hunt down the two guys at the front who have separated them from themselves from everybody else? Here we go, folks. We're going to watch this, and we're going to see how this battle at the very front. Oh, Is a Hero and Comedian also going well. Is a Hero has made this, has taken over Comedian and put him back into 10th. Is a Hero now up to 9th, starting last on the grid. And we'll go. Elite Carbon has lost a bit of time. He must have got a bit loosey-goosey coming out of one of the corners. Not nearly as loosey-goosey, I say, as Supreme Bio was in Sector 3 on the previous lap. Okay. Oh, a major jam. Look at this. Is the triple possible? Is the triple possible, folks? Get in the comments and tell me. Oi. Okay. Anyway, as we come down, Elite Carbon a little bit off the pace, and he's now falling out at the DRS zone. Will he be in it? He's outside the 1 second. Where is the line? Where's the line for DRS? Has he lost it? He no longer has it. That is excellent for Major Jam, who's trying to break the long toe on this track. And there is a DRS zone immediately around. This is why this is so powerful. Look at Vern cutting the lead down to 2.4 seconds on Elite Carbon. He will be on the back of him. We can see him right there in front. Major Jam pulling away in this race. Unfreaking believable. Major Jam has turned this season on its head. He is only 19 points off the lead, and a few weeks ago he was nearly 80. He has turned this season around, and he is now the man in form. And Elite Carbon hasn't been able to keep up with him, and now Major Jam won't have to worry about any DRS attacks on these long straights, which is what he was hoping. Shamrock is falling out of, it looks like he's about to fall out at DRS as he opened. He is not, he wasn't in it. So Vern is setting a hell of a standard in this race so far. He is on a podium as it stands, and he is hunting down those front two guys incredibly well. We are spread out quite a lot, but we do have a little bit of a battle going in here between Kaiser and Angry Comedian. Angry Comedian just about staying inside that DRS zone in the faster Ferrari. Look at the faster Mercedes as he comes of Kaiser Gunner as he comes down, and he will get DRS, and he will have a long straight to attack. He's only 3/10 off Comedian, and Comedian is going to have to fight this. He has DRS too. But look at this. What is it going to be? Who's in the inside? Comedian has to go wide. He goes very widely at the inside through turn 2. But look at the acceleration, and he gets, oh my, they both get DRS. But he has made that stick, and Comedian running close there, right up to the back of Kaiser. But Comedian now has lost a couple of positions. He will want to be, and he's under attack from Mailman. Major Jam losing it. Oh, look at that! Oh, nearly coming back on the and that's caused Mailman to lose a position to Gunner, because he was trying to avoid Comedian, who seemed to join the track again And there's Blue Gunner kindly giving that back because he didn't want to rejoin unsafely. Very, very nice one. But Chameleon rejoining a little dangerously there, and honestly, oh look, there's Mormick is now. Mormick is on the back of Mayo. Oi, 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 oi. Mormick is now 6 laps on these softs. He's trying to make better of. That was a bit wide there. Is he under attack? He is, Blue Gunner. He doesn't, so now we don't want Mormick. Mormick doesn't want to fall out of the DRS of Mayo Man because that's his only one of his only defences now. Although he is in the faster car because Blue Gunner's in the pass. Anyway, 3-second time penalty for Iron Man. And we have Wilfred, we have 3 people, Budge, Shamrock and Wilfred Boney going for the undercuts to get onto those mediums a little early after 8 laps. Okay, so is it now a 3-stopper for these guys? They can, I think, go 21 laps on those mediums, but do they want to be on those mediums when it's 21 laps time? Mormick. Oh, he's lost the spot to Mayo, or he got the spot from Mayo Man, lost it and has gained it back again. Look at this battle. This is great midfield battling between Mayo Man, Mormick and Blue Gunner. And Chameleon has pulled out about 2 seconds from Mormick. So he is happy that he doesn't have anybody attacking him as yet. He is on those hards. He is going long on those hards. This first stint. He does not want the safety car early in this race because that will absolutely mess up his strategy versus the medium runners in this race. He will have needed to taken hards when mediums would have done better early on. Nor does obviously Welsh Wizard Kaiser and is a hero. They do not want the safety car at this stage, but in a few laps it will suit them a whole lot more. And there we go. Elite Carmen is after getting a 5-second penalty as he got into the pits. And Vern is in, so top 3 as you were. That means Bunsey is now leading this race on those 8-lap old tired softs. He's going to be coming around, and will he lose? Where will he come out? Where will he come out? Indeed, Angry Chameleon on the longer strategy is now in up into 5th, with Is a Hero from the back up into 4th. Don't look now, folks, but everybody's still in this race after 9 laps. We are about to go to lap 10 and we still have everybody in this race. It looks like Mormick has gone into the pits now as well, so that's an early stop for him. Oh no, he was on the softs, I beg your pardon. He was on the softs, he was on the same strategy as the guys up front. So, how will that work out for him? Will he be better off at the end, or is the long run by the likes of Blue Gunner and Angry Chameleon the way to have gone? Supreme Bio is on the hards after making his stop, after following his spin. Kaiser Gunner, look at this guy, leader of the medium runners, is now up on a podium spot. Not net P2, but certainly a hell of a lot better from starting position. Here we go, folks. Let's get some more questions while we follow these guys around. Is a Hero 3-second time penalty? Folks, that is 5 people with penalties. That won't be a square that's crossed off. I just show too much patience. Why not still win this race, by the way? Okay. Kaiser going down through. Once he's still running on these softs, so that's interesting. And Kaiser catching up with him. We have Angry Chameleon and Mayo Man going at it. Mayo Man is caught up into the back of Chameleon, and he is Wilfred Boney now with faster than Excuse me, folks. But this is an interesting battle that we've had develop here with Blue Gunner on the back of it too. Let's watch it from that perspective. And we will get some more questions, as I said. Okay. Question 3 for Wilfred Boney. Do you feel that Alpine should be challenging more for the Constructors' Championship at this stage? He says the team has done very well. My teammate was a bit shaky at the start with a decent amount of DNFs, but lately he's been one of the top drivers in the championship. Hopefully we can climb over this. That's a very conservative answer, if I'm being honest. These guys are both incredibly fast in a very reasonable car. But yeah, we'll see how the rest of the season plays out. Look at this four-way battle in the middle. Oi, oi, oi. We have, look at this major jam on the back of this. He's joining the back. Look at him. He's already had a stop, and all these guys have yet to stop. That's the extent of Major Jam's lead in this race already. Wow. Is a hero losing the space to Welsh Wizard? That was under DRS and ERS, as it turns out. Kaiser Gunner is hunting down Bunsey. Has Bunsey gone too long on these softs? I feel he has to go one stop at this rate, which he absolutely can now. Go on to the mediums, but he's gone very long and he's losing a lot of time to Kaiser behind him. 2 seconds in the last lap. Bernie Vern back out on those mediums, and he is racing Shamrock right now. This was a direct competition on track before they went in for their stop. But Budge is now behind Bernie Vern there. He's about 1.2 seconds behind. That's as you were before the pit stop as well. Budge not exactly lighting it up on the results, not living up to the results that he had been put in, but as we explained earlier, he feels like guys are getting in a whole lot more practice than he's been able to do of late, and that will probably be reflected in why he is not getting the results he's used to. He is now sixth, and there's Bunsey into the pits. Kaiser going to retain get the lead of this race, and where will Bunsey rejoin? Bunsey's actually been kind of clever here. He will have considerably better tyres at the end of this race, but was it all for naught? Because look at him drop like a hot stone. He's all the way down into 12th now, and he's going to have to do a lot of work to get back that advantage. Welsh Wizard up into second. He gets that from Is a Hero again. These two guys going wheel to wheel, literally wheel to wheel in all of the respects. This is an interesting battle considering the cars involved and the difference in performance. Whoa, Is a Hero running a little wide there. He is off track. Is a Hero's penalty will not serve him well come the end of this race, but it looks like our prediction of ending his DNF and scoring some points is going to be good to go so far in this race. But that's all, doesn't matter because why not see who's going to win this race too. Anyway, Major Jam now past Blue Gunner, and he's on the back of Mayo and Comedian, who will get to stop in this race. Welsh Wizard, and it's official folks, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 penalties, 6 people with penalties, and that means again this race we will not have 5 or less people with penalties. Major Jam being held up a little bit here, for being honest, and it means that Elite Carbon has bridged that gap. Unfortunately for him, he does have penalties. He got a 5-second penalty going in to the pits. Look at the difference between the Haas and the Alfa Romeo in that straight. Absolutely. Side now. Blue Gunner does have the inside as it happens into turn 2, but he doesn't have the acceleration, and the DRS is wide open for Elite Carbon, so that's not going to serve Blue Gunner any good either. That straight line speed is not good as it relates. And Major Jam is now past the median, and Mailman has taken that too. Great competition in this mid pack, and we now have Blue Gunner and Elite Carbon joining the back of them. These guys are wheel to wheel in this race. So let's get on to Major Jam, and we shall hit the fan cam. Very quick now. Much fresher tyres than Mailman. And he is. Oh! And there it is! Major Jam is round! Major Jam is round! That is crucial! He hasn't lost any of his wing, but now it's Elite Carbon who is leading this race. But Vernie Vern is right on the back of him. Vernie Vern is on for the win in this race, considering when you take into consideration Elite Carbon's penalty. Wow! Live on air, we caught the clash between Mayo Man and the leader in this race, Major Jam. What is going on, folks? Wow. Budge up into 8th. He is now ahead of Major Jam. Major Jam is probably at this rate very bitterly disappointed. Look at these guys. The two alphas in unfamiliar territory. Why not say he's still going to win, but he's just biding his time from the back as it goes. Vernie Vern and Elite Carbon and Budge and Shamrock all really so. Look at this. And the worst part, and we have Is a Hero who's around. Is he DNF'd? Because if he is, that's a problem. He's out with the points, folks. Jesus mother, divine Christ. Mayo Man takes over the lead of this race, and there is Kaiser overtaking Is a Hero too. Kaiser has had his stop and he's on the softs. What's going on? He's after giving that position back because I think he feels that he put him off. I think that's what it was. Anywho, Kaiser's on softs. We always say if you want to know an unusual fucking strategy, Kaiser's your man. He has a long way to go on those softs. A long, long way. Don't get me wrong, come the end of this race, the car will be a lot lighter and he should get longer out of him. But 10 to 12 laps is doable, but is 15? That is the question. Anyway, let's get back to the action because honestly, it is crazy here. Chameleon has run wide! What in the name of God? Chameleon is, after being hit into, I think it looked like Vernie Vern. The fucking Fanatec is currently making its way towards the window because he's probably raging. But Vernie Vern is absolutely looking to get his first win of the season in that Mercedes. Probably why not? He's still going to win. Anyway, mother of divine Christ! Everybody bar Mormick in the bottom, fucking 6 out penalty points. Is a Hero, Airman, all of them. Oh my, oh my, oh my. And there is Vernie Vern who is under attack from Chameleon. But he is backed out of that. Vernie Vern is just inside the ERS, or the DRS, I beg your pardon, of Elite Carbon Sector 1. Who's in Sector 1 being turned around? I don't know. But Mayo Man is out ahead and leading this race. Blue Gunner now, the longest runner, one of the longest runners on track. He's on the hards. He's going to go even further. He's probably got, at this stage, folks, going to go softs. And if he, at this stage, gets a safety car, there is Mayo Man and Blue Gunner going in after 14 laps on those tyres. So, we have Vernie Vern who takes over the lead of this race. Elite Carbon has gone in. He must have damaged something there in amongst all that. We have Mayo Man. Angry Chameleon going, he's going the longer route with the he's going to go softs with those hard tyres, I'd say. And we have Kaiser Gunner, who at this stage is all the way up to second place again. No, third. Kaiser Gunner, sorry, 6th place on those softs. Will those tyres be screaming at him from the end of this race? But who is well set at this stage? We have the likes of Bunsey. And Major Jam has made another stop, so he's going to be lightning quick now. So we have Vernie Vern with an absolutely incredible showing. Safety car! What happened? It's Supreme Bio round. It looks like it. It looks like it, and it looks like a lot of penalties for Supreme Bio into the bargain. That means that are we back racing? Certainly looks like it. Yeah, we are back racing, folks. But my God. Everybody will slow down there for just a second. And Vern, look at Vern. He's putting the distance on that Angry Chameleon, and Shamrock is further back again on the same strategy, along with Budge. It is currently a Vern, Shamrock, Budge podium. This is crazy. And as it stands, folks, as it stands, Budge will extend his lead at the top of the championship, the Drivers' Championship, and he is every bit as likely to win it this year as he has any other year. It was close last year. There's Comedian taking those hards off now after running long for 16 laps on them, and he will come out on softs. And how will that translate into positions as it goes? He's gone medium still again. Interesting. Kaiser overtakes him, and so does Mayo Man. How does Blue Gunner do? How does Blue Gunner go? Blue Gunner's got him as well. Will Major Jam? Yeah, Major Jam has. He's out of points, folks, but he's on very, very fresh tyres. But unfortunately, so are the people around him. Elite Carbon, Major Jam, Wilfred Boney, and Blue Gunner all ahead of him on the fresh mediums. He could have gone soft. I fully expect he could have gone soft. Wouldn't have been in great shape at the end, but hey, the guy to watch on that strategy is obviously Kaiser Gunner. Funcy on the hards up in fourth. We have a very unusual podium right now, and we will look at Shamrock is 1.7 seconds off. Vern is, it's a driving masterclass, and Budge now closing down Shamrock, but Shamrock is lightning quick in that slower car, as it turns out. But he drives that car better than most would, especially the fact that it is. And Bush has an absolute ton of ERS, and he's going to start using it in order to get the second place, the advantage, and get over the second place. He is well inside the DRS zone, and that is almost too easy for the Budge with max ERS, max DRS, and Kaiser are setting fast laps. This guy and his strategy is unbelievable. But look at this, Shamrock is on the back. Will Budge get out ahead? Is he using ERS for the battle? He's not really. He's not, and he has a lot of it. How is Shamrock? Shamrock has less. Shamrock is burning some ERS there just to stay up with Budge, but that may help him in the long run. That means though that wow, I could have great odds on this on Vern right now. We are absolutely not going to try and jinx Vern. The ERS of that Williams wide open, but Budge probably at this stage defend. No, he's not even having to defend with the ERS, because that Aston is a lot more superior in the strength and speed than the Williams is. So really, it is obviously Budge's intention to get out of DRS, but right now 41%. What is Budge? 50. He's burning it into that. Elite Carbon with a 3-second penalty. His race is going from worse to bad to worse. It looks like unfortunately for Shamrock, who is burning the living daylight out of that ERS, that he just cannot get the advantage here. He's burning 28%, 29, 30. So Budge has survived the first onslaught of DRS zones, but it is a constant battle, and even though these guys are in direct battle, it looks like Budge and Shamrock are catching up a little bit on Vern. Although, just saying that now, coming around that corner, before he came around that corner, he did drop back about 2.1 seconds, but he got a great exit, and he is now down to 1.76 seconds behind Vern. And Budge has to want to get into the DRS of again, that ERS wide open, but it's now 4/10 off at the end of that run, rather than what I think it was a 2:10 last ERS zone or DRS zone. Yeah, Budge is looking to get inside that DRS in order to assist with the. He's still running very well without using too much ERS. He still has 50%, whilst the Williams has all of 27. So that's not going to assist him too much. When it comes to that, so Budge burning a little ERS in that section, obviously to stay way ahead. Kaiser now ahead of Bunsey. What's going on there? Is that Bunty after being hunted down by the Kaiser man? I definitely think so. Okay. Oh, Kaiser is unfortunately 5 seconds off the podium, but he is still on. Well, I say 5 seconds, but he's already shaving that down. He's already taken 4/10 off in this corner section already. Mailman is around where he's losing pace of Blue Gunner anyways. Look at this, Budge is now. Oh, here's the DRS song now. He's the egg that he's at to get from that. 8/10 down. Alright, 8/10 down, but look, yeah. Every time they come around, that Williams of Shamrock is falling ever so slightly further behind. And I'm sorry to say, folks, but the clinic right now is by this man at the front, Vern. 2 seconds. He's retained that 2-second advantage at the front, and there's 9 laps left. And then if the last 4 or 5 laps that I can go by, they're not getting into that right now. But he is 1.8, but he has been as low as 1.6. Oh, Vern, into the pit. Oi, this is an unusual tactic. It's going soft for the end. Interesting. He's doing 2 stop. Oh, and so is... Who's that, Shamrock as well? So Budge is out ahead now. Shamrock has gone in. That might have been left a bit late. Supreme Bio with another 3-second penalty. Folks, what are the penalties? Supreme Bio is leading again on 6 seconds. It's not as bad as it has been, but he's still at a stage here where that's way too much if he's going to be challenging for the top. That's interesting. Mailman. Is he going up a bit? What happened with Mailman? Is Mailman around? Oh no. It's Wilfred Bunny is dropping like a hot snot. And Mormick is just off the points now. He is fighting to get into those points. He is all over the back of Mailman. And he's actually, look at this, look at that, look at the speed! What? Oh, but he's around! He's around! Oh, what happened there? Folks, I'm not entirely sure what happened there. But oh! The Williams of Is a Heroes around! Oh, he hasn't DNF'd. He hasn't DNF'd. What is he doing? Just wait to get back onto the track. Look at that board there, but wow. So Bunty, Kaiser in for a new set of softs. He was going. I think that was always his intention. Major Jam was back on the podium. Major Jam was back on the podium. And folks, 7 laps, well, he's 13 seconds to make on Budge, but he still could get second, despite the fact that he had an unscheduled stop to make. Yeah, he had 2 stops, and each of the guys that are ahead of him only had the 1, and Blue Gunner right behind him has 1 as well. Elite Carbon had 2, but he does have penalties. Very absolute clinic, but he absolutely pushed at the end. His tyres must have been screaming at him because he was really putting on a hell of a show, and he still has a lot of VRS because he hasn't had to defend much whilst leading this race at the front, from the front. Okay, right now Vern is net P5. Excellent drive from him. And he still may hunt down those guys because he's been fast on track. There's still a lot left in this race. But let's see. Bunty on the hard tire. He's not making a whole lot of inroads to Budge's lead. Who is that round? Is that somebody off? Oh, there we are. We have Mailman around, and that puts Mormick up into the points. Mormick is on those fresh softs as well. Is he losing? Sorry, has he lost a wing? Not according to the graphics. Elite Carbon. Has Vern caught Elite Carbon? or is Elite Carbon just not in the races? It looks like Elite Carbon was running wide, and Verne now not only net P1, he is, or net P5, he is actually in 5th. He caught up with Elite Carbon over time. He will retain that spot, I have to imagine, with the penalty situation the way it is. We have 7 people with penalties, so that will not be a square with that. Okay, folks. Major Jam, as it happens, is now 11 seconds off, so he's pulled 2 seconds up. It's not a big enough pull to catch Budge. It's not enough right now, but he is slowly catching Buncey. The thing is, though, as this this race comes to the end, it will come back towards him, because honestly, the state of Budge and Buncey's tires will be a whole lot worse than those really attractive looking 6-lap old mediums right about now. And Verne on those softs will absolutely suck up the gap between himself and Blue Gunner, and what an absolutely inspired drive by Verne today. But as it turns out, there's a 10-second penalty for Wilfred Boney, and that is it's just not his day. It really just is not his day. Wilfred is now next to last, but if penalties aren't to go right, he'll be last, and that is a crying shame. But folks, don't want to say it. I don't want to say it too early, but we're 24 laps in, 5 to go, and we have everybody in this race. We will be. Whoa! 10-second time penalty for Supreme Bio. I don't know what in the name of fuck that is lap 24, incident between Welsh Wizard and Supreme Bio. I have no idea what was going on there, but quite frankly, folks, that was absolute fucking garbage. Absolute garbage. And we nearly had our first retirees of this race following that charade. Oh, we have another DRS train in the middle here between 4th, and it looks like Elite Carbon in 7th. Like that Mercedes speed. Look at it, he overtook him before but lost it again. But that Mercedes is going to retain this spot. He is now up into 4th, Verne with an absolute clinic. But look at it. Look who's back in front. Look who's back, folks. Look who is back. It just took a box saying 666. Budge is going to get 6th again or worse. All he needed was the right motivation. This guy is 6 seconds ahead with 4 laps remaining in this race. Well, 3.5 laps remaining, I think. 26, 27, 28. No, 4.5 laps remaining in this thing. This is as good a drive as Budge has had in a good while yet. He is out front. He is used to being out front. You won't see much wobble from him. But as it stands, he has 16 lap old mediums, and he needs to nurse those tyres all the way to the end. But he does have a little bit of wiggle room. But look at Major Jam, folks. Look at Major Jam, 2.2 seconds off of Buncey now. He's after taking 3 seconds off that distance between himself and Buncey. It looks like it will be a Budge, Major Jam, Buncey. He's a hero with no time penalty. Wilfred Boney has DNF'd. Lap 25, lap 26, folks. We're on lap 26 when we have our first DNF. He did retire in the pits. Wilfred, I'm disappointed. I guess the race was good, getting away from you there, but a little bit disappointed. Anyway, we asked Wilfred Boney, how do you prepare for a race and what's your favourite track and why? He said, I do a bit of practice a few days before and then around an hour before start, do strategy. My favourite track would have to be Baku, just a fun track, and in my opinion, the best points scored for the team combined. Okay, Welsh, what the name of fuck? And we have, do we have Iron Man? What? We have a safety car with 4 laps remaining in this race. That is Budge fucking raging, I'd say. Absolute fucking raging. He has to go in, doesn't he? He has to go in. But he's losing a shit ton of time to the guys behind him. There is a safety car, folks. He's staying out. It's his only chance, because if he goes in now with that time disappearing like crazy, that has to be. What the name of all that's fucking crazy is after happening? Is a hero and mailman getting on the first softs. Folks, don't look now. But Major Jam. We have Bunsey going into the pits. He figured he was going to be he probably figured he was going to be Oi, just thinking about this, folks. He obviously thought he was going to be vulnerable to Major Jam anyway. But in going in, he's lost. What is he lost? He was in second now, he's going to lose that. He's back to 7th now. We have Angry Comedian all the way back to 10th because he's going in for fresh thoughts. But so is Blue Gunner, so is Mormick, who will be on the back of him in that fastest Red Bull. Mailman and Is a Hero is there also. So all of the gaps you see now, folks, will be gone. They will be gone, and Budge has to think, has to be thinking right now, I had this in the bag. I had this in the bag, and honest to God, folks, we won't get DRS back, which is something. So he's going to have to catch Major Jam out, because the Major Jam is on infinitely better tyres right now. But folks, Budge has to be fucking screaming at people now at this stage, because he was on for a win with a 7-second lead that has been evaporated. Safety car in this lap. Ouch. We will get lap 28 and 29, and that's it. The only thing going for Budge right now is the fact that he doesn't have, he likely won't have DRS. I don't think he'll have DRS back at any stage during the restart. Mormick is not catching up with Comedian. He started to make a bit of an inroads there. Will he get there before the end? But it looks like we're back racing, folks. And oops. And Budge has gotten away with it. But look, I said it, folks. Look at Verdi Vern. He's up onto the podium. He's got Shamrock. Budge has gotten away. And Major Jam is around, and that's Verdi Vern up into second. And being on those tyres, folks, you have to imagine he is now favourite to win this race. That is Major Jam gone. Who was responsible for that? Who was responsible for that? That puts more make-up into the points. Look at all those DNFs. We had 3 laps, folks. We had 3 laps remaining, 4 maybe laps remaining, and no DNFs. And now we have 4. And for whatever freaking reason, Major Jam is now out of points. Is a Hero as DNF. He's done it in the pits, I'm assuming. Yeah, he's done it in the pits. But folks, Is a Hero has now officially DNF'd every fucking race he's ever taken part in. But Budge has 1 lap to defend. Vern does not want to get too crazy with this, because look at these guys as they come around onto the final one. Budge may yet hold on to this, but Vern in that faster car, only Budge is he's defending the inside, and he's survived the long straight. Oh, that was fine. Verne really tried to squeeze down the inside, but Kaiser Gunner and Blue Gunner dropping like shit. Hot snot. We have Shamrock up there now. Verne is all over that Aston. He is looking to get by. He doesn't want to be too hasty. He has full wings. Oh, is he gone? Oh, he got a bit squirrely coming out of that corner. But he is all over like it's 1/10 here, folks. Oh, Budge is gone. Budge is gone and he's after hitting Verne, and that's after taking Verne out. Shamrock is up to the front. Shamrock is up to the front in this race, and Budge is fallen. Oh, I don't want to say it, folks, but Budge has fallen. Budge has fallen back to 6th. Oh, fuck me. Oh, shit. Oh. Oh, mother divine fuck, folks. Sorry about this. The controller's after dying. Oh yeah, what happened there? Shamrock takes the win. Angry Comedian gets the 3-second time penalty, which pushed Budge up into the fourth. Fucking hell, honest to God, folks. I'm sorry about the end there. But Verne finishes 2/10 behind Shamrock as he comes to the end of this race. And Bunsey, on those softs, thanks to there may be some reviews, folks, I'm not going to lie. There may yet be some reviews. Morbic gets a 5th spot. Wow! We're going to have to review that, folks. Sorry about the joystick dying at the most inopportune time. And Major Jam comes in 12th. Finally. Budge has to be screaming up the telly right now. Because frankly, he has to think that that was his race, but for the fucking messing that went on at the end. And honestly, folks, I expect a lot of reviews to be happening right now, and I fully expect some people to be paying in the way of penalties and reviews from last week, or from when we rejoin you next week. We will update you on that. Wow, folks, that is week 15. And just before you go, we are going to bring you why not questions, because we have been doing these slowly as the race went on. Kaiser Gunner with the fastest lap and an 8th position. Mormick jumps all the way up to 5th because of that, because he had no penalties. But we'll run through the standings. We have another win for Shamrock. Verne. Very, 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 very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate not to get the win there. Coming together there as he came around onto that back straight with the DRS zone. Fortunately for him, he didn't have DRS to deal with, but he did go out. So we have Shamrock, Verne, Bunsey, Budge, Mormick, Elite Carbon, Angry Comedian, Kaiser Gun, Blue Gunner, Why Not See, Mailman, Major Jam, Is a Hero, Supreme Boy, Welsh Wizard, Ironman, Wilfred, and Wilfred Boney. A fantastic win for our man Shamrock. Folks, I highly recommend that you stay in touch and join us next week to see how all of that affects the standings, because quite frankly, I don't think those are going to be the final standings in this race. But I absolutely nearly lost my shit when I saw that Butch went from 1st to 6th on the final lap. He did get 2 positions back because of penalties. Anyway, folks, absolutely incredible stuff. We will go through why not stuff and a few of the we'll tidy up some of the stuff before we leave. We asked why not. You've shown that you still have the pace and the racecraft to win the Drivers' Championship with a huge drop off in results in season 3. Actually, I actually missed where why not finished. You have a huge drop off in results in season 3. That leaves you in 14th position in the standings. He says, I didn't really gel with the game. That's a 2021 version of this game. Congratulations, Shamrock, by the way. Didn't really gel with the game at the start of this race, or when it at the start. Found it was actually worse than before and struggled to adapt. I like to push the limits with the curbs, but couldn't do it without spinning. Seem to have a handle on it now. I thought you did too, I put a bet on. You didn't win. Anyway, that's that. With Jam now seriously pushing for the driver's title in season 3. At this stage, should the AlphaTauri team have been closer contenders for the constructors? He says we should be winning the constructors championship as we are the best team. And my aim is to make sure that Jam gets the best points. None for him today, unfortunately, due to that spin on the last lap or coming to the end. He says, but the best points, and I can help provide points for the constructors. We did ask him then. The Alphas have been dominant in quali in the past few weeks. We discussed that earlier, obviously. What has changed, and are you working together to do this? What is he doing? Because they are by far the best qualification team as it stands right now. Shown again, they took a pole again today, and we're both on the front row until very late in this in quali. He said Jam has been consistently fast at most tracks, and is more than able to unlock the pace and quali and in quali and the race. We discussed helping each other in quali, but it's hard to manage with traffic. Race wise, if I see he's faster than me, I won't be holding him up. Great teammate. He is, we have to say, and it's not much, I don't think it's an insult to say, but I absolutely in this regard consider with his honour and with the work he does for the team, I definitely put, as it stands right now, and he is more than capable of being the senior driver, but I put him in the Perez role because he's ultimately a lovable guy, and quite frankly, he does anything for the team. And we asked him then one final question. We said, final bonus question. You've been a friend to Budge for decades. You've retained an enviable level of your sanity. Please explain for literally everyone else in detail, with diagrams, what the secret is. He says, I have a mental mute button for him. I've developed it over many years. He says, but in all seriousness, he's a good lad, even if he is a big fan of Safety Engine Hamilton. Clever, very brilliant, and timely time to ask why not see about Budge, definitely. Folks, that is the end of the questions. We will now just review how we stand as it relates to the bingo, because quite frankly, folks, I'm a lot disappointed in some drivers today. Definitely a lot. There is going to be a lot of reviews, folks. But I wanna say, Chameleon got driver of the day, and honestly, that comes from the fact that he was obviously at the back of the pack, had a quali ban because he had a quali ban. But I do want to say, before I go any further, I do absolutely want to say that what an incredible drive by Vern. Shamrock obviously winning is something, and that opened up as a result of stuff that happened in front of him. But Vern was an incredible drive today, and we have to say, I'm a little. I know why not didn't win in the end. But in the fact that Vern didn't win, or sorry, that why not didn't win. I absolutely would have loved to see Vern win, and really unfortunate, obviously, for Budge, who was back at the races today, getting a result, and it looked like he had this result somewhere. And quite frankly, folks, I will probably put in a word to race control and the management about some of the behaviour that went on that we saw live on air. about people as this from people as this race came to an end. I think it just needs to be taken into consideration, because we have seen how a safety car at the end of a race like this absolutely ruins people at the front race. I think it's highly unfair. I think it's better decided on the track. I don't think safety cars should be that way. Obviously, he put in a 7-second penalty. I feel really bad for him. Now, he had a great race at the end, and he did have a little spin at the end. But if I'm being quite honest, I don't think it should have ever been an issue. I think he should have been comfortably ahead come the end of this race. Those 7 seconds should have been, they may have been cut down by half as the likes of Major Jam and Vernie Vern pulled him in. But we should never have had what happened on the final lap happen. And I think it needs to be looked into by management. They may be looking in now. If they are, please do. Great result. Congratulations again to our race winner this week, Shamrock. We are very happy for him. But before we go, as I said, we will go through week 15 bingo, and with a bit of a solemn voice we will segue out of what happened at the end of this race. So anyway, folks, we did cross off square one. It was Bahrain. There is no moisture in the desert, so we have one cross off. Budge and Mayo extend their lead at the top, pretty much wrapping up the constructors after this race. I have to say, I don't think they did, because I think we had a Bunsey third. Now, that may change, I don't know. But I think Bunsey jumped up to third with Budge in fourth. It really depends on where the other two guys finished, and I don't think Mayo finished the point, so I don't think that has happened. So it is not Haston La Vista, baby. They haven't extended the points, but they have mitigated the amount of which that has been cut, because they have a significant lead in that. The triple. Major Jam is the only driver to win from pole in season 3. He does it again today. It was on. At one stage in this race, it was most certainly on. Before he had to stop for the second time, he was working his way through that. Pack, and he was hunting down guys in front of him, and it was most certainly on. Ouch! He was net P1. I think. I know Budge probably wouldn't have stopped, but I think, given the normal run of things, it should have been. 666 is square 4. Budge is on a streak of finishing 6th in the last 3 races. He continues this streak this week by finishing 6th or worse. I'm going to call it technical here, because he did cross the line in 6th position. I know he finished in 4th, and I know that might change based on potential penalties or whatever. Fine, I fully accept that. But it's interesting that in the last 4 weeks he has absolutely crossed the line. He has absolutely crossed the line in 6th, or has ended up in 6th, and it was almost like that shit was written in the stars, that he was going to be 6th again, because he was leading the race in sector 2 of the final lap, and now granted it was a spin, but he had to spin and end up back in 6th as it turns out. I won't go on about it, we've mentioned it already. Okay. Wow. We nearly predicted number 5. It was a bold prediction. We have number 5, Why Not Rock Shakir. Why Not and Shamrock both DNF last week in Bahrain. They both finished in the top, but this week in Bahrain they both finished in the top 5 with one on the podium. And we got all of that, except for Why Not, who didn't finish in the top 5 as far as I can tell. I don't think he jumped that high that he got top 5. He may do. I need to look back at the standings. Let's see. Let's see. No, I don't think there's a way of checking it here. Oh, we're in the thing. Yeah, no, we're going to jump out of that because I don't think we can see from there. Well, let's see. Actually, we actually did have the posting of the results on the thing. So let's have one final look at the results. I think they posted them. Race results. Why not see finishing 10th? So no, that didn't happen. Mailman finished outside the points, and Blue Gunner finished in 9th. So technically, Haas did pull a little closer, but probably not by as much as they needed to in order to make any significant dent into the actual final constructors standings. Okay, so clean, so clean, so clean. A big round on square 6. 5 or less drivers will have penalties at the end of the race. Oh, how fucking wrong I am sometimes. Anyway, not happening. Is it nothing? Is a hero has DNF'd in all of his wheel-to-wheel races so far. He breaks this streak and scores points. Nope. That's enough said about that. I came here for carnage and I got this. All drivers finished the race. We were so fucking close. We had all people in the race near the end, only for it not to happen. Anyway, didn't happen. And the wheel-to-wheel fans got exactly what it is they love about this competitive racing. With some seriously fucked up crashes. Anyway, not so magical Meeps. You know what? I don't want to have to say it, but we needed to cross off some squares on this week's weekly bingo, and I'm happy to be one of the people who provided that this week. We're crossing off number 9, which is Meeps makes it to the race on time, live on YouTube. We have done that, folks. We have done that, and we're going to bring you the top or the standings as it relates to as it currently stands and the way they finished in the current format. Unfortunately, I have to imagine that's likely to change. As it stands, Mayo is out of the points, so the lead at the top of this has been extended once again for the second week in a row by Budge. He is now 207 points. He is the first man on to break 200 points. He is followed by Mailman in second with 188, so it's a 19-point lead at the top for Budge. That's a nice little banker of points there as they start to finish this season out. We have 15 weeks done in the bag. Might be a little bit of a change here, depending on how penalties are going to be handed out. Major Jam doesn't make any inroads because he does finish outside the points. He gets 169, or he still stands on 169 points. He is 19 points behind Mailman. Shamrock is in fourth after that win with 134. He is after jumping both Bunsey and Wilfred Boney. So he is rocketing up the points now. He is chasing down. He is only 35 points behind Major Jam, who in recent times has been reeling in those two other guys who have been leading since the beginning, the two Aston drivers. In fifth, we have Bunsey, who is on 126. He has extended his lead over Wilfred Boney because the distance there was only 1 point. It is now 16. Wilfred Boney no scoring today. He's still on 110. Blue Gunner on 96. Angry Comedian has jumped up to 90. In 8th, he got 2 points for finishing, I'll say 9th. Kay Flemo is on 62 with Vernier on 61 in 10th. Elite Carbon jumps up to 58. Kaiser Gunner now on 56. He also got the benefit of the fastest lap, I believe. Kaiser. Supreme Bio is in 13th, just underperforming once again. More Mick with his 5th place finish jumps ahead of Why Not See. Why Not See previously in 14th, it's now More Mick with 39 points. And Why Not See is up to 37, getting 1 point instead of 36. We add them all in there at the end anyways. We add them all in there at the end. You may get more points if severe penalties. Well, Jim, how art thou? It is, sorry, we'll just finish this. I'll be right back to you. Thanks for joining us. We had all of them up. Well, you may get some more because of the penalties at the end of this time, but that was a catastrophic end to this race. And we are in 16th. Then Welsh Wizard on 28 points, Ironman on 11th, and Is a Hero still in 18 points, or 18th place with 0 points and 6 DNFs out of 6. Sorry, 5 DNFs out of 5. I think it's the record as it stands. Not a good return. Not a good return at all. That is the standings as this league sees it. Budge still leading this year, or this season. He is going for 3 in a row, folks. He is league champion in years 1 and 2, and he is going for season 3 as well. Will he keep going? Who is going to be the one to stop him? And what will happen as the season draws to its close? So, folks, finally, the final thing, as I say, we crossed off number 1 and nearly crossed off so many others, but the only other one that we've crossed off so far is number 9. So 1 and 9, squares 1 and 9 on this week's bingo. Jim, thank you so much for joining in. It is going very, very well. We had a huge race in Wheel to Wheel this week, and it was carnage. I highly recommend that you go back and view the race from the beginning and watch how all the different strategies around Bahrain International Track developed, and the incidents at the end and how it affected the standings, with Budge leading the race on the final lap, only for a safety car previous to that to wipe away his lead, and then an incident and spin in Sector 2. So, folks, that is the end of week 15 of Week to Week. Wheel to Week. Why do we do that? I've done that on at least 3 occasions now. I'm correcting myself, so it doesn't count, Shamrock. Does not count. Wheel to Wheel. Oh, folks, I'm going to put down tiredness because at this stage, I am probably just in delirious state at this stage. Let's just see where we stand and where we will be next week. The schedule. Following Bahrain, oh my God, we go to Britain. We are in Silverstone in Britain next week at 10:15 next Wednesday. Join us there. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Shamrock. Thank you, Simon Darcy. Thank you, Wilfred. And thank you, everybody who joined me during the broadcast and for your input. I hope this was entertaining. I hope you got what you come to see during Wheel to Wheel races. It has been an absolute pleasure to bring you this race, and we will join you again, or joining me again, this time next week for Wheel to